Do you ever look at people that are surrounding you when you're at the grocery store, shopping malls, or any other public place? Has the thought ever crossed your mind that maybe Americans don't seem to care much about their weight anymore? If you haven't ever thought about obesity, then you may just slightly be oblivious to others. And if you have, well, then join the club. According to MedicineNet.com, over 2/3 of adults are overweight or obese, and 1 in 3 Americans are obese. If you ask me, that number is outrageously high, and more Americans need to learn the facts about obesity. Obesity is not something we should take lightly. It seems as the years go by that more and more people become obese and care less about their weight. But it is not just their weight that we should be concerned with. MedicineNet.com states that obesity is not just a cosmetic consideration. It is a chronic medical disease that leads to diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, gallstones, and other chronic illnesses. Even though we should all take pride in the way we look, just the extra weight that we can see is not the main concern here. Health conditions like these can be deadly and lead to horribly miserable lives. When a person is of healthy weight, they are more likely to feel good about themselves. They feel up to exercising, and they set good examples for their friends, families, and anyone else surrounding them. The health concerns that stand for adults are even more severe for children. While an adult can develop an unhealthy lifestyle and put their own lives at risk, they are also putting their children's lives at risk. Since most kids follow in their parents' footsteps, more children are becoming obese right along with their parents. MedicineNet.com also states that the prevalence of obesity in children has increased markedly, with approximately 20% to 25% of children either overweight or obese. The idea that parents are letting their children get this way is despicable. When a child develops a weight problem at a young age, it makes life harder for them. For one, it will make losing weight and being fit more difficult as they get older and wish to change their bodies. Also, it puts them at risk for developing health problems at an early age and therefore shortening their lives. When it comes to who is more obese in America, it all depends on the person. Income, education, gender, and ethnicity play a role in determining who is more likely to be obese. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or better known as the CDC, among non-Hispanic, Black, and Mexican American men, those with higher incomes are more likely to be obese than those with low incomes. Higher income women are less likely to be obese than low income women, and there is no significant relationship between obesity and education among men. Among women, however, there is a trend. Those with college degrees are less likely to be obese compared with less educated women. However, the CDC also states that between 1988 and 1994, and 2007 and 2008, the prevalence of obesity increased in adults at all income and education levels. This proves that even though our socioeconomic statuses can make a difference, in the end, America is a country that is gaining weight more and more every year. As you can see here, obesity has grown rapidly over the years, and even though I do not have a show for 2013, you can imagine what it would look like today. As it gets darker, people get fatter. The CDC states that the estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the U.S. was $147 billion in 2008. Medical costs for people who are obese were $1,429 higher than those of normal weight. In my opinion, America is spending too much money on a problem that we could work harder to prevent. Obesity, or even just being overweight, is a serious problem that America needs to stop avoiding and deal with. Being told that one is overweight should not be considered discrimination, but should make people realize that this problem is not going to go away, and it is clearly not going to get any better until people understand that America is fat, notice that their children are becoming obese, and decide to make a change to prolong their children's and their own lives.